Expecto, a top 7 list. It's Top 7 Saturdays.
Oh, it's Top 7 Saturdays. This week, the Bearded Movie Guy looks at top 7 best performances in Harry Potter. Yeah, it's gonna be Expecto Patronus all over the place. Exacto Promontis. Pepperoni Fulumum. Yeah, let's start it. Brought to you by the Bearded Movie Guy.
Hi, the Bearded Movie Guy, and this is Top 7 Saturdays. So, I'm doing something that's kind of dangerous here because Harry Potter is loved by many people. And I'm not one of them. I'll start by saying I like Harry Potter. But I wasn't a kid when they came out, so I don't have any of that attachment that a lot of people do. And I didn't watch them until like the 6th one was coming out. So, I didn't get them as they were coming out. I watched the first 6 and then watched 7 and 8 in theater. So I don't have all that baggage that a lot of people have with them. That's okay though. What I want to talk about today is the top 7 performances in Harry Potter. Now, 2 things. Number 1, this is my opinion. So please feel free to give me your opinion. There's comments for that. You can tell me I'm wrong. I'm alright with that. Please don't be mad at me. Number 2, I'm sticking to adults here because there wasn't one kid performance that blew me away more than these adult performances did. So, yeah. So Harry Potter won't be on this list. I know. It's okay. Again, comments section. So saying that, let's get to it.
Number 7, David Thewlis. I don't know. Whatever you say his name.
Yeah, however you say this guy's name. David Thewlis. I don't know how you say his name. But he played Professor Remus Lupin. And I think he just did a really good job. He has a secret, and he's trying to keep it from everyone. And you know what it is, and I know what it is. But in the first time you watch the movie, you don't, and you're just like, what's the deal? Why is this? Is this a good guy? Is this a bad guy? He played it perfectly. And his continuing role throughout this franchise, I liked him a lot. I think he did a really good job, and he's pretty solid.
Number 6, Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs, yeah, he's a bad guy. Jason Isaacs plays Lucius Malfoy. He was going to do the killing curse on Harry right outside the headmaster's office. He's a bad man. He was mean to Dobby. Yeah, why do you hate him so much? Because he's a really good actor. And you know what? He pulled off the bad guy with white hair really well. You can say what you want about him as a character, because, he sucks. But if he didn't suck, the movie wouldn't be as good. Jason Isaacs.
Number 5, Brendan Gleeson.
Yep, Brendan Gleeson played Mad-Eye Moody, and Mad-Eye Moody is one of my favorite characters from Harry Potter, partially because he's got an eye that will not stay still, which is funny as anything, and I like to look at. But he also plays a very nuanced performance because he's also playing himself, but he's also playing a guy playing him that's pretending to be him. You know what I mean, right? Like he's himself later on in the franchise, but for a while he's not himself, but he still has to play himself, not as himself. It's not an easy job. I give him credit. It was hard to do. Plus the eye thing, just every time it's just yeah.
Number 4, Gary Oldman.
Now, if we were doing a list of top 7 best Harry Potter actors that just didn't matter what their character was, Gary Oldman would be at the top of the list because he's my favorite actor on this whole franchise. I think he's the best actor out of this whole franchise. But his character didn't allow him to quite shine the way he could have if he was given more time, but I understand that was the character, right? But what he did within the character was pretty awesome, and he is my favorite character in the Harry Potter franchise. Gary Oldman's awesome. He has the last name of Black. How much cooler do you need? Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Number 3, Dame Margaret Natalie Maggie Smith.
Yeah, this is a big name. We'll call her Maggie Smith for now. But yeah, she's a dame. She's been ladyhooded. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever that is. Maggie Smith played Professor Minerva McGonagall. Oh, man. What would Harry Potter be without this character? She freaking looks out for him. And just her acting is so great. It's not easy being a woman professor in a position of power at a magical school that's dominated by men. And she made it look easy because she's Dame Maggie Smith. She's a really good actress. And she really brought the character McGonagall home. It totally works because she's that awesome.
Number 2, Richard St. John Harris.
Richard Harris played Albus Dumbledore in the first couple movies before he sadly passed away. And Richard Harris, man, could this guy put on an acting clinic? Dumbledore, the guy who replaced him was good. He's all right. I understand he had to be replaced. There wasn't a choice. But man, does he not hold a candle or possibly a magical wand to Richard Harris. Richard Harris was so good. Really. He was, especially those early films, you really had to feel for Harry Potter, and you really needed someone to kind of get behind him, and you see Richard Harris do that as Dumbledore. Oh, Richard Harris just rocked that role so hard. Sorry to the other guy. But there was one actor who just played his part better than anyone else played their parts in the whole franchise. You probably know who I'm talking about.
Number 1, the guy who played Dobby.
Just kidding.
Number 1, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman as Professor Severus Snape. Man, Alan Rickman just put on an acting clinic. Especially when you realize later on, like, his whole motivation behind what he does as a character. But just, Alan Rickman. Severus Snape is one of those characters you hate for most of the franchise. Until you see that key moment, and then all of a sudden you realize how freaking awesome Severus Snape is. Yeah. And why did you get that moment? You got that moment because Alan Rickman is a freaking masterclass actor. That's why you got that moment. The man can act. And boy, did he act in Harry Potter. So, there's my top 7 actors. They're like, okay, again, I didn't mention any of the kids. There was some good acting there. There's some not good acting there. I'm not going to touch on it. Thanks for watching. I'd love to know what your list looks like. If you have an idea for a top 7, let me know. And until next time, stay bearded, everyone.
You haven't watched the Bearded Movie Guy Top 7 Saturdays? Yeah, there's a lot of Harry Potter characters he left out. Expecto some hate mail. Yeah. That's okay though. Subscribe and tell your friends. And as always, YouTube safely.